Karrion Kross is returning to the ring. We could be about to get 9 belts Mone, and Sol Ruca has revealed what she knows about the future of WWE Speed. What is up, wrestling fans? Happy Wednesday. I'm Ben Allison here at Wrestling Republic, and I've got all the news, well, all the important wrestling news that you guys need in the time that it takes for you to drink your morning coffee. Let's get into things. Karrion Kross is returning to the ring. That's right, Karrion Kross, now going back to his old name, Killer Kross, once again, will be making his return to in-ring competition following his release from WWE on September 21st at WrestlePro's Killer Smoke Show event. Now, this is his first appearance, which has been announced since he did depart WWE earlier this month. Now, he has made it clear he still wants to return to WWE. That is his dream. That is what he wants to happen. But they still haven't reached out to him since he left the company. Of course, he previously revealed on the Ariel Helwani show that they did give him a last-minute offer, but it was a non-negotiable offer, and also it didn't necessarily include Scarlett, as they said they deal with her after, and of course there's no guarantees about that. So for pretty obvious reasons, that didn't end up materializing, and it does now look like he is going to be returning to the independent scene as Killer Kross. Now, as to where will be his next permanent home, that is anyone's guess. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Mercedes Mone could be about to become 9 belts Mone. That is right, Mone has yet another title opportunity at this Friday's RevPro Global Wars UK event as she goes title for title against Emerson Jane in RevPro. Now, this is going to be a banger, and it's going to end one of two ways. Either Mone becomes 7 belt Mone or 9 belt Mone, one or the other. And I can already see the outrage in the comments about this saying, oh, Mone Hogan, she's putting herself over once again, blah, 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 blah. She has some creative control over her direction in AEW. That doesn't mean her wins and losses or anything like that. It just means her own character, how she's presented, etc. Does not mean anything about wins or losses. But that does not mean she suddenly has creative control in every promotion around the globe. This isn't All Elite Wrestling. This is Rev Pro Wrestling. So clearly they are booking her in this position because they know she's a draw and they want her in this position. But this is going to be a guaranteed banger, and I'm really, really excited for it. And Mercedes Mone is doing a great job of really elevating the UK scene even more. Yes, she's only made a few appearances, but all those appearances have sold out instantly and gotten a ton of traction online, which any independent wrestling promoter will tell you nowadays is really hard to do. Sol Ruca has revealed what she knows about the future of WWE Speed. Of course, currently she's the Women's Speed Champion as well as the NXT North American Champion, so she's technically currently a double champion, and she's clarified that that still is the case. During an interview with 10 Count Media, Ruca was asked about the future of the brand, and she said, honestly, I don't really know, but all I know is right now I'm still a double champion, and I will be until I get told otherwise. But basically, she didn't have an update about the future of Speed. Now, there hasn't actually been a Speed taping or any new episodes since July 9th, so well over a month now, and there's been no update given by WWE at all about this. And considering she also doesn't have an update, I mean, let's be real about this, guys. It doesn't really look good for the future of Speed. It is very possible that perhaps they are just negotiating something, which is why they're keeping it quiet, why they haven't removed the titles or anything like that. Maybe it is just in some stage of negotiation, so they're just keeping it on the down low for now. I don't know, but it will be interesting to see what happens from here. Jinder Mahal has given his thoughts on Tony Khan's tweets about him. Now, to provide a little bit of context in case you forgot, back in January 2024, AEW booked Hawk in an AEW Championship match against the champion Samoa Joe on an episode of Dynamite, and it immediately became under fire. People were saying, what has Hawk done to deserve this? And Tony Khan took to X to defend the decision, saying, look, Jinder Mahal has a title shot on the other brand, and he hasn't even competed in X amount of time. Meanwhile, Hawk has been getting wins. And during an interview of TMZ's Inside the Ring podcast, Jinder Mahal has now given an update on what his thoughts were about all of this, and it was that he thought it was all good. He said that it was good for him because it got more people talking about him. It was good for his match against Seth Rollins because it got more people talking about that. So therefore it was good for WWE, but it was also good for All Elite Wrestling because it got people talking about Hook and Hook versus Samoa Joe. So basically, it was good for everyone. And to be honest with you, that is a really good perspective, and a perspective I can't argue with at all, because it is true. This didn't really do any harm, but it did do a lot of good for everyone. All Elite Wrestling commentator Taz has revealed that he will not be on commentary for this week's episode of Dynamite or for Forbidden Door on Sunday. He revealed that his new knee just isn't really doing well with traveling at the minute, so a long flight from the United States to the UK, it doesn't really make much sense for him, but he said that he hopes fans do enjoy both shows. I'm going to Forbidden Door on Sunday, and I'm really excited because that card, it's stacked from top until bottom. But most importantly, Taz, I hope your new knee is doing good. Javon Evans has earned an NXT Championship opportunity against Obafemi at NXT Heatwave. That's right, on last night's episode of NXT, Javon defeated Trick Williams with a little bit of help from Mike Santana to earn this opportunity, and it is the biggest opportunity in the career of Javon Evans so far. I mean, Javon is still only 21 years old. That is crazy to me. I mean, this dude has already been in WWE now for what feels like a year or 2 years. I mean, he's definitely been over a year. And he is now a main event guy on that brand already. The future looks extremely bright for him. But the big question is, could he be the one to dethrone Obafemi? Honestly, I think so, but I don't think it's going to be at Heatwave. What do you guys think? As always, let me know in the comments. Former WWE star and Olympic gold medalist Gable Stevesson will be making his mixed martial arts debut. Of course, things did not work out for him in WWE. Afterwards, he went to the NFL. Things did not work out there for him at all either, but now he is going into MMA. And honestly, a lot of people thought this was what he should have done in the first place. I mean, obviously, we don't know about his stand-up game and stuff like that. We don't know how he deals with, kicks and punches, all that stuff. But when it comes to wrestling, I mean, this guy is one of the best. His record speaks for itself, but he will be competing at LFA Fighting. He will be making his debut on September 12th, so not too long at all. Good luck to him. Willow Nightingale has called for All Elite Wrestling to have a female blood and guts match, and honestly, I really hope this happens. During an interview of Blavity, she was asked about the possibility of a female blood and guts match, and she said that it's time for it to happen, it's about time for it to happen, and she wants to see it, and I could not agree more. We are still yet to see a women's blood and guts match in All Elite Wrestling, which honestly feels a little bit crazy to say at this point in time, but they have the roster, undeniably. They've had the roster for it for quite a few years, so hopefully 2025 is the year. And last but not least today, LA Knight has officially joined the Monday Night Raw roster. Now, as I and pretty much everyone at Wrestling Republic have spoken at length about as of late, I mean, the brand split, it's basically almost non-existent at this point, isn't it? LA Knight has been on Raw pretty much every week for months. Well, now he is officially on the brand, and of course, this comes just days after Sami Zayn moved to SmackDown. It's unknown if this was a like-for-like trade, or if they're two separate deals, or if they just haven't worked it out yet, to be honest, because it doesn't seem like much thought has been put into any of this. But he's now on Monday Night Raw. I don't know about you guys, but I know I keep saying this, but I just want to see a draft. Please, please, please can we do a draft and keep the brands separate, because I feel like that gives more opportunities for more wrestlers across both brands, and also means that for casual viewers who maybe don't have time to watch both shows, it's a lot easier for them to keep up with. But that does bring us, guys, to the end of the video. I hope you all have a fantastic Wednesday, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.